Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of my Wizard101 Ice walkthrough. In this episode, we are going to be finishing off a few of the side quests in Wizard City, and then we'll kind of see where we take it from there. But let's pick up this one from Baldur first.
I am Baldur Goldpaws, a trader from far-off Grizzleheim, and I have just discovered this world. I have sailed across the great sea of skies, establishing new ports to trade my wares in. I would like to establish trade relations with the merchants here, if they be friendly. Can you help me? If Prospector Zeke is here, go speak to him. Then speak to your treasure card dealer, and anyone who sells furniture. If you can do that for me, I will be thankful.
Gotta go talk to these few people.
Hey there, young wizard. How's it going for you so far?
You explain that Baldur Goldpaws asked you to help set up trade relations between Grizzleheim and Wizard City.
That's great. Old Zeke's always happy to do business with the bears. Tell Baldur I'll trade with him.
Awesome, let's go to Harold.
Hello there, young student. Welcome to the library. Can I help you find any book or card in particular?
You tell Mr. Argleston about the trade agreement Baldur is trying to set up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I would be happy to trade treasure cards with Grizzleheim. I wonder if we can set up a library exchange program.
Alright, now to Albert Quickhammer. I think he's the housing guy. Oops.
Welcome to my shop, young wizard. Can I interest you in some furniture for your dorm room?
You tell Mr. Quickhammer about the flying boat with the trader from Grizzleheim.
That's great. I offer a selection of furnishings from across the spiral. Adding imports from Grizzleheim will certainly be good for my business.
Amazing. Now we can go back to Baldur. However, I'm curious to see what he sells. So planting stuff. That's cute. Trying to see if there's anything of use. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's go back to Baldur.
Did you get agreement from the 3 merchants? Good! You have brought 2 worlds closer together. You have my thanks. I would like to reward you for your help getting your merchants to agree to trade with my world. Would you like to take a quick trip with me to visit Grizzleheim, my home? It will not take long now that I know the way. You can greet some tradesmen from Grizzleheim and see if they will trade with Wizard City. In Grizzleheim, speak to Thrain Stormfriend, Vider Silverthread, and Dane Goldright. Let them know I
Speak to
sent you
these
with
3.
word of new trade partners.
You look like you could use a new rune-carved ring. I have just the one in stock.
Before he tries to sell you something, you explain about the trade agreement.
That sounds like a great idea. Sign me up. You should head back to tell Balder that we're willing to trade.
You there. Can I interest you in a new robe? This is a cold land, and you should try to stay warm. What size are you?
You explain that you're not robe shopping. You're here to set up trade with Wizard City.
Trade with Wizard City? I can certainly do that. I will have to get some smaller sizes in stock, though.
Welcome, young outsider. Where are you from, and what can I do for you?
You explain that you're from Wizard City, and that you're here to set up trade with Grizzleheim.
Sounds good to me. I'll trade with anyone with gold in their pocket.
Alrighty.
They are in agreement then. Good news! We have done well this day. Ready yourself. I will take you home now. It was a pleasure working together. I wish you well in your future journeys.
All right. Let's see, what do you want?
Alistair broke open the sealed caves and unleashed the undead. Why? Deranged as he's become, I can't believe chaos is his only ambition. He was always dedicated to his wife, Sylvia. When illness claimed her, his devotion led him to delve into terrible rituals to restore her to life. I forbade him. He ignored me and destroyed the death school in his folly. Now he seeks the Order of the Fang, a lost sect with their own secrets. We must learn why. There is a being who sees through time with the eyes of history and the future, gifted him by the grandmother of ravens. But his eye of history was stolen some time past, and without it, his vision is limited and his memory addled. Alas, we haven't any other choice. So come with me, wizard, to Ravenwood. I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait. You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with her spell. The gate guard, Private O'Doyle, can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district and see if he needs help.
Alright, we can do Colossus now. Just trying to pick up some of these side quests. I'm gonna fill my potion.
Hi, I need help. I'm trying to finish this science fair project for Professor Baelstrom, but those golems stole my materials. I really need those back. I've got a few more preparations to make, so if I have to fight the golems too, I'm sure to be late. If I'm late, I'll get a bad grade and... Wait a minute. If you retrieve them for me, I can finish my project and still be on time. I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the golem tower.
Let's see if I can do this. This tower might be rough, but we're gonna try. Alright, got the first one.
Oh, thank you so much! That's the enchanted wood I needed! My project's not running. Now I remember, there's something else I need. A charged gear. A clockwork golem a couple floors up should have one. Would you go get it for me? I hear they are rather tough, so you'd better be prepared.
Right, next floor. One health left, that's ridiculous.
You've been a big help. There is no way I could have gotten one of those myself. My project is almost complete. Okay, I need one more piece for my science project. It's going to be tough, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It'll require going up to the top of Golem Tower. I need a steam capacitor to complete my project. The only one I know of would be the one on the Iron Golem, but I know he is really tough. I won't blame you if you don't want to do it, but if you do, I'll give you some treasure cards for defeating the Iron Golem and bringing me the steam capacitor. Deal?
This is our last time going up this tower. Hopefully we can make it to the top. Oh my god, the fizzles are ridiculous. Let's keep going. Let's see. Three more floors. And I fizzled. The fizzles early game are ridiculous. Though I don't know why I'm having just as hard a time as my Storm Wizard did, because my accuracy is 10% higher. We're gonna use a potion just because we kind of need to. Okay, last 2 floors. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got 1 more floor after this. Alrighty, last floor. It'd be really nice to have Blizzard. Alright, at least he's dead. Alright. Amazing.
You defeated the Iron Golem? Wow! You know how many students have tried and were defeated? You are amazing, young wizard. And true to my word, here are the treasure cards I promised. Remember to put them in your deck. I know you'll need them in the future. Bye now!
Alright, let's get this quest.
Oh, hello! You must be the famous young wizard everyone's been telling me about. I'm Annie, Wizard City's new resident shutterbug. Tell me, have you ever wished you could archive your awesome accomplishments, save striking scenes, and immortalize interesting entities? Well, now you can through the captivating art of photomancy. Photomancy allows you to capture a picture of your surroundings that you can go back and view anytime, anywhere. While mastering the art of photomancy takes practice and talent, taking a simple photo couldn't be easier. Here, I'll show you the basics. To bring up your viewfinder, press the Z hotkey, or use the photomancy page in your spellbook. The boundaries of the viewfinder represent the edges of your photo. Think of it like the frame for the view you're trying to capture. There are 2 basic photo modes, normal and selfie. Normal photos are taken from behind you, and selfies are taken facing you. You can also choose to hide yourself in the photo for those times when you want to focus on the scenery, or maybe you're having a bad robe day. You can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. Just be careful not to zoom too far out or in, or you risk losing focus on your subject. Once you've snapped your photo, it's then stored in the Photomancy album in your backpack. Space is limited, so be discerning. Okay, enough chit-chat from me. You should go give Photomancy a shot for yourself. Just press Z and take a photo right here.
Alrighty.
Wow, you're a natural photomancer. I can't wait to share more tips of the trade with you. I'll be sure to call you as soon as my studio opens. Until then, the only advice I have is to go out and take lots and lots of photos. Have fun with it. Oh, and don't forget to say cheese. Hey there, friend. Now that you know the basics of photomancy, it's time you bring your skills into focus. Photomancy is more than just capturing moments in time. You can use it to capture quest goals too. Allow me to demonstrate. When using photomancy for questing, your subject, or goal target, must be in range, or as we say in the biz, in focus. You'll know your subject is in focus when you see their name appear in your viewfinder. That's all there is to it. Of course, the only way you're going to master this element of photomancy is to practice. Go snap a photo of Hilda Brewer in the fairgrounds, Mr. Lincoln in Ravenwood, and Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town. Have fun!
I can do that. Mr. Lincoln. Oh, so we have 2 quests here, but we'll pick those up after. Alright, let's see. Let's get back to Gollum Court. Also, since we are level 10, before I forget, get rid of them out of my spellbook because I don't need these. Did we get the smith?
How'd your photos turn out? Wow, looks like you're well on your way to becoming a professional photomancer. Just keep snapping photos, and don't forget to say cheese. Hello again, Wizard. You have quite the eye for photomancy, and I just learned about an exciting opportunity I think you'd be perfect for. The Spiral Geographic Society of Marleybone is going to publish a new magazine. They asked me for talented photomancers, and I thought of you. Go find Hubbard Gardner and Marleybone. Show him some of your pics. I'm sure he'll want to use you for his magazine.
Alright, let's pick up a few other side quests. Let's go to Aegon first.
Aha! You've seen the signs, haven't you? Why, signs of the end of the spiral, of course. Peculiarities, instances of pure impossibility. You may not have seen them yet, but you will. The Gravulum Order has detected increasing numbers of Pecrons all across the spiral. Pecrons? Why, they're invisible micro-magic particles that exist and don't exist at the same time. In concentration, they create peculiarities. That's the theory, at least. The Gravulum Order is dedicated to investigating this frightening trend, and we need your help. Take this Gravulum badge and get a reading from the Gobblers on Colossus Boulevard. Do this, and we might even invite you into the Order.
Can I help you? Oh, yes, of course. You're the one I was told about. I'm Principal Monstrologist, Gelder Burke. Thanks for coming. Headmaster Ambrose is allowing me to recruit talented and studious young wizards for an exciting new elective program, Monstrology. It's an ancient practice from my home world, Albion, and I've come to share Monstrology throughout the spiral. So let's get started. The motto of Monstrology is, know thine enemy. You'll learn to profile your enemy, extract their strengths, and use them to your benefit. We use special monstrological extract spells to enchant damage spells, which can then capture an enemy's very essence, or animus. An enchanted spell that deals damage will result in extraction of 1 animus, plus an additional animus is extracted with a defeating hit. Now pay attention here, cause this is very important. To formally collect the animus you've extracted, you must win the duel. Once you've successfully collected an enemy's animus, their profile is added to your monstrology tome, so you can reference them at any time. There's much more to monstrology than that, of course, but I find 'tis easier to do than to listen. It's high time for some field work. Take this extract undead animus spell and use it to capture the animus of any undead enemy you'd like to profile. Well, almost any. Since you're new to monstrology, you'll want to tussle with a low-level enemy to maximize your chances of animus extraction. Start with the Lost Souls on Unicorn Way. Extract 1 Lost Soul animus, then return here, and we'll wrap up your introduction to monstrology.
Also gonna do this.
As the professor of life magic, it falls to me to tell you about a wonderful new activity available to students. I speak of gardening. Students at Ravenwood can plant and grow amazing plants in their dormitory rooms or castles. Wizards of all schools can garden. So my hope is that every student will learn the joy of shepherding new life. There is so much to learn about gardening, and I know just the person to teach you. Seek out Farley in Gollum Court. He will explain the basics of gardening to you.
Okay. We're gonna go do the Lost Soul first. So let's see if we have any... Okay. Let's go extract Lost Soul Essence. I'm gonna pick up this quest and then skip it because I really don't need it. Oh no, this is Skeleton Keys.
Wizard, at last you have come! Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind a wooden skeleton lock. A powerful wood I thought only a legend, until now. I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students in the combative arts to do the research myself. However, I did hear there's a new assistant in the library whose focus is in the skeleton locks and keys. Could I impose upon you to consult him?
Back to the Lost Soul to get the Lost Soul Essence. Easy. Let's go to the library. We're kind of bouncing around through these couple quests.
Well, can I help you? Diego the Duel Master seeks information about a wooden skeleton lock. Why, that happens to be my field of expertise. Skeleton locks are enchanted doors that can only be opened by a corresponding key. Thus, Diego's wooden lock requires a wooden skeleton key. But those keys are typically quite difficult to come by, coveted as they are by what I call bad folk. And they shatter after only one use. Fortunately for you, I have a wooden skeleton key I can part with if you take this keyring with you on your adventures. The keyring detects nearby skeleton keys and sends data back to me for my continuing research. Plus, it will mark your map with key locations. Well, I bid you and Diego good luck with whatever waits behind that wooden skeleton lock. I'm counting on you to explore the entire spiral.
Let's go back to Diego real quick.
You're back! What did the librarian's assistant say? We need a wooden skeleton key? Of course! Curse this bad luck. What's that? The librarian's assistant gave you a wooden skeleton key? I knew you'd come through for me. That's why I hate to beg another favor of you. Will you duel Roberto and recover my precious heirloom? Let me explain. As much as I would love to battle my brother, honor forbids it. You see, Roberto and I both made an oath to our mother on her deathbed that we would never take up arms against family, so I cannot fight him. However, we also made an oath to our father on his deathbed that we never backed out from a challenge, so I must fight him. Just see my difficulty. Huh? Roberto stole the heirloom knowing I'd be unable to personally retaliate, but there is no dishonor if I send a proxy. Especially not if that proxy is my most prized pupil who learned everything they know about dueling from me! Haha! Will you do it? Thank you, my friend. You can find Roberto in his hidden location. I'll mark your map.
Excuse me. Let's go back to Ravenwood. Just need to talk to Farley.
Greetings, my little wizard friend. You look like you're in need of some learning, and I'm happy to oblige. And if it's not too much trouble, I'll ask you for a small favor once I've finished yapping. So, where to start? Well, let me tell you about how gardening works. It all begins with the tiniest of things, a seed. That's it, a seed. Do you have a seed with you? Surely you must. What's that? You don't? Oh dear. And we're off to a poor start. Tell you what, will you run over to speak to Blossom, the life tree in the midst of Ravenwood? Ask her for a seed. Any type will do. She should set you up with something to get you started. Be off then, will ya?
Alright, let's go talk to Monstrologist Burke and Blossom.
Were you able to extract an animus from an undead enemy? Aye? Crackin'! Now it's time I show you the myriad ways monstrologists use animus. The monstrology tome, notwithstanding, my personal favourite application of an animus is to create a summon monster treasure card. It's like an echo of the enemy you extracted it from, which can be summoned in combat. Not unlike the way one summons a minion. You can also create an expel monster treasure card that's basically an instant defeat, one-shot silver bullet against a particular monster. If you've the proper lodgings, animus can also be used to create house guests, as well as monster echoes that your friends can duel. And don't worry if your house isn't equipped with a Joe sigil. That's what the Monster Dome is for. Now, if you've any questions, or simply feel the need for a refresher, consult the Monstromnibus here at any time. And remember, as your monstrology level increases, so does the amount of monstrological spells you're privy to. So, keep an eye out for me in your journeys throughout the spiral. Until then, welcome to monstrology. Go on.
Good day to you, young wizard. What can I do for you? A seed? Farley sent you? A most unusual request, but I should be able to help you. A plant's journey of life begins with it as a seed. There are many types of seeds, each with a different destiny. With enough energy, you can prepare soil of your choice in your castle, if you have one, or a planter in your dorm. Then, you can place the seed into the readied soil. After a time, it will begin to grow. You can shepherd its growth through spells and other means of caring for it, creating an environment for it to thrive. I will give you a seed. Take it back to Farley. He will tell you more. Back to Farley.
Oh, you've got that seed? Fantastic. I recommend you roll up your sleeves and learn something about gardening. Let's see what kind of seed blossom saw fit to give you. Oh, what's this? A dandelion? That'll do nicely. After you've planted your dandelion seed, it starts to grow. From seed to seedling, young plant, mature plant, to elder. You can use a number of helpful spells to usher it along as it grows, keeping it healthy and happy. Take a look at the row of 4 dandelions to the side of me, and examine each of them. When you're done, come back and I'll bend your ear some more, if you've got the patience for it.
This is a seedling, the youngest phase of life for a plant. You will need energy to plant a seed in a planter or the ground. After a seed is planted, you can use plant growth spells on it to help it flourish. Plants require some things to thrive and survive: water, sunshine, pollination, magic, and even music. Plants that are cared for with spells to satisfy their needs will advance through the stages of life. Next, you should examine the young plant. This is a young plant in its next stage of life after seedling. You can observe your plant's growth visually and by using some simple spells. The plow spell allows you to remove a plant or dirt pile if you wish to do so. The revive spell allows you to transform a wilting plant into a young plant, ready to grow once more. Now you should examine the mature plant. This is a mature plant in the fullness of its growth. When a plant becomes mature, it can be harvested. You can harvest a plant by interacting with it. Each type of plant yields a different harvest: reagents, pet snacks, gold, treasure cards, or more seeds. You can harvest from a plant as long as it's in its mature stage of life. It's now time to take a look at the elder plant. This is an elder plant, the final stage of a plant's life cycle. Many plants won't reach this stage. An elder plant can be harvested one final time with much greater possible rewards. Once an elder plant is harvested, it disappears and cannot be revived. You should return to speak to Farley.
So, there you have it. Think you know it all now? Don't get carried away. I've still much to teach. I'm sad to say that gardening isn't all nurturing and happiness. Plants can be endangered by some very real threats. Take a look at the 2 unhealthy-looking specimens to the other side of me. Come back when you've seen for yourself what can happen.
This plant is wilting. It will die before too long if it's not taken care of. Plants can die if their needs are not met, or if they are killed by pests. Plants have likes and dislikes, things that encourage or discourage their growth. A plant's likes are things it enjoys being near. These can include other types of plants or gardening items. A plant will flourish if it is near things that it likes. while things it dislikes will cause it to become unhealthy. An important part of gardening is learning how to arrange your plants and create a healthy garden for them. You should examine the dead plant now. This plant is dead. Now all that can be done is to plow it over or revive it as a seedling. The greatest threat to plants are pests. Pests can infest a plant and hinder its growth. If pests are not eliminated, eventually the plant will begin to wilt and die. When a plant is infested by pests, it cannot be harvested, and growth spells will have no effect. To eliminate pests, you must use pest-fighting spells. To eliminate a pest, the spell must be of high enough rank. You can purchase pest-fighting spells from vendors throughout the spiral, or even win them as treasures. Farley can tell you more about how to get started gardening.
It's a sorry state to see plants doing so poorly, but it's important to know what risks there are when gardening. I think by now you've learned the basics of planting and gardening. If you've been paying attention, the seed Blossom gave you should be enough to get you started. I encourage you to try it out. You've already got the basic spells to care for your plant, and I can sell you additional spells and items for your garden. As you continue to garden, you'll reap the rewards in the form of harvests, badges, and even experience. I look forward to seeing you again with your newfound green thumb displayed oh so proudly. Best of luck to you.
I'm gonna buy a few of these. Buy 5 of each for now. Oh shoot. Okay. Alright, now we can go to our house real quick just to start gardening. Gardening is great for pet snacks, like for mega snacks and stuff, so I'm a huge fan of gardening. Okay, let's pick these up for a minute because I think these are going to be in the way. Wish I could move that. Those 5 there, and then we'll do the small ones along this side. Good enough. They look kind of ugly, but it's fine. Alright, do I have any seeds? we go. Alright, let's go to Lydia Greyrose, I guess.
Wizard, once upon a time there was the first world, inhabited by primal beings and 3 terrible titans. When the feuding titans shattered their world, the primal tree and Grandmother Raven sang the song of creation and wove its fragments together into the spiral. This is one of those primal beings, Bartleby, the grandfather of trees. He guided me to bring you here, and it's his insight we seek now.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned foul and my memory is fading. You must find the one from the world without magic.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh dear. You see, Wizard, he can't stay with us. His mind is lost in time, in the past and the future.
Beware the spiders, fire rains, the alligator eats the stars. Malice there, if you take my eye, my gaze will turn foul, and your spirit rotten.
Malistaire stole the eye of history? Of course. And this repeated bit about a gaze turning foul, there was once a spectre named Foulgaze. He often haunted Sapphira's tower in Old Town. Perhaps his patterns haven't changed. You must investigate it once.
Just make sure I have nothing to train. So that's level 16.
To gain your next ice spell, you must gather reagents. It will be most challenging, but necessary in order to advance. You will need to take this bottle and fill it below the waterfall on Triton, next to the water wheel. There, the water is light and airy. From there, you will travel to Colossus, where Mindy will create a water athame for you.
All right. Let's quickly do this spell quest, then I think we're going to call it for this episode. Let's go to Triton.
You collect the foamy water created by the waterfall.
Right, we have to go to Colossus. Which means we are going to have to talk to the guard by Colossus, but we're not going to, like, actually do Colossus yet. I just need to gain access to it. If I don't talk to him, I don't gain access.
Thank goodness the headmaster sent a wizard to aid us. We could really use your help. Strange creatures have taken over Colossus Boulevard. We don't know where they came from, but they eat everything in sight. We call them goblins. I admire you wizards. My niece studies ice magic at Ravenwood, but I'm worried about her. She said she was doing some school project on Colossus Boulevard, but I don't know why she has to do it now. Would you go speak to her and see if she needs any help? Her name is Mindy Pixie Crown.
All right. Let's go to Mindy.
So, Lydia has you on a spell quest. I can help you if you have a bottle of Triton water. Just give me a moment.
She pours the water into her hands and is able to mold it into an athame.
There you go. A water athame. It's stable for now, but you'll now have to find someone more powerful than I to forge it into an ice athame. I would go to the ice tower across from the ice school. Something should be waiting for you inside. Good luck. That's so sweet of... I've been doing some ice research. This is... Hey, I know.
Okay.
Why don't
Not
you
doing
defeat
that,
some of them
but-
and see if that will chase the rest away?
While we're here, we'll do the Gobbler Scavenger real quick.
Hello? Hello? Do you hear me?
Good.
The badge is working. Orange reading. Pegron concentrations there are average. Good. Come back to Ravenwood. Well done, young wizard. Good news. You're a full check.
Okay. Didn't want to listen to that, but we are going to do this one. I think we're getting a prism.
You feel a cold wind fill the room, as if from the giants themselves.
I don't know how high his resist is, but I think we can do it. He has more resist than I thought.
You have proven that you are worthy. I will... Looks like the giants found favor in you, my friend. Now you will need to go back to the statue next to Mindy Pixie Crown on Colossus Boulevard. Once there, an ice minion will visit you and give you the power words you will need for creating your spell.
This is either a prism or it's a minion. I don't know which. I want to say... I mean, I don't know. We're going to find out in a second, but still. Let's see.
You feel the air turn very chilly. You hold the ice blade aloft.
Student of Ice, with this blade you have proven yourself worthy of the next spell. Go now to your school and speak these words. Ricket, Jethy, Lacula.
It may be a blade, actually.
Now, with the ice athame and the words of power, we can create a helpful spell.
As you speak the words, The air around you turns bone-chillingly cold. You hold up the ice athame and slice at the air. A spell card appears as your ice athame disappears.
It is done. Take this new spell, young wizard, and use it in times of dire need.
Okay, it is prison. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think we're going to call it for this episode, but in the next one we're going to finish some of the main quests in this one. And then from there, the next 2 different episodes we're going to have are going to be for Colossus and Crab Alley. But we're going to call it for this episode, so once again, thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye!